Hello and welcome to Team DSI's Advanced Leadership Webinar. I want to welcome all the new people that are on for the very first time. I want to give you some great training today by somebody who is very well respected.
This is probably better than yours.
Oh, I need to mute the line. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, honey.
All right, we'll start over.
On the recording.
We'll start over for editing purposes there. All right, welcome.
You want me to get out of this?
Okay, y'all are not muted yet. This is great. Hold on.
I don't know how to get out of it.
I need to mute participants. So you have the power to unmute yourself on this call, and if you accidentally unmute yourself, everyone will hear you. All right. We need to get that handled. Okay. We'll start over the recording in 5, 4, 3. Hello and welcome to Team DSI's Advanced Leadership Webinar. Today is Wednesday, May 10th. My name is Jared Krebs, and I'm pictured here with my wife, Crystal. We're Emerald Directors in USANA, and we are proud of you for being on the advanced team. What does it take to be on this team? It means that you are doing your weekly action plan every single week. It means that you are tracking your activity with our DMO tracker. It means that you're posting your weekly action plan. Somebody who makes a weekly action plan and knows their volume and knows how the compensation plan works, and somebody who makes their plan and works their plan every week is an advanced associate. I would say that probably only 2% of the USANA associates around the world do that. And you are truly an elite associate by being in this call, by doing your weekly action plan, by following
the system. If I can't see the pictures, typically they just talk when it's a guest.
Hold on. We
actually have a bunch of slides.
We have another person unmuted here. Okay, so you are an elite associate by doing that. And so we want to give you extra training. We want to sow more into you because you deserve it. And we want to give you our best. And so every Wednesday we provide these trainings that cover advanced topics and also feature special guests. And today's special guest is Marshall Manley. And Marshall Manley is a gold director out of Salt Lake City, Utah. He started his USANA business only 4.5 years ago. And within 2 years, he became a gold director. Now, prior to that, he was a client, okay? And he was a client almost since the beginning of USANA. He's been a client for 17 years. So do not fall asleep on your clients. You never know which client may upgrade to be an associate in the future. And what does this have to say also about staying in your business? You know, some people quit their business after a couple years. They would miss out on a Marshall Manley, a top leader in the company today. So Marshall's in Salt Lake City. He's married to his beautiful wife, Nanny, and they have three lovely, beautiful children. And I want to just bring Marshall on the call. Marshall, welcome to our call.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. And Marshall, thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I know that this doesn't benefit directly your team. However, you're sewing into our team today, and we couldn't be more grateful. We're excited to hear your story from all the way from when you started as a client, what the products did to you, to what made you decide to transition into becoming a business builder, and also how you went gold in 2 years from that decision. So Marshall, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for being on, and we are all ready to learn from you and learn your story.
Thank you, sir. Real quick, I want to say if I get a call or something, I'll definitely cancel that call. But if you stop hearing me for whatever reason, just give me a second and I'll be right back. I don't anticipate any calls, but just in case, I am not able to disconnect from that at the moment because I'm not in a Wi-Fi area.
Okay.
But also, I'm seeing here on the screen, am I seeing the right screen here, DSI Success?
Yeah, it should be your picture now. Is your picture displayed?
I do not see that. I see okay.
Let me try again.
Just making sure, because I saw that earlier.
Thank you for the heads up. Maybe that's, how about now?
No, I just see I see your entire screen. And I see a PowerPoint with DSI logo.
Interesting. Okay. I just shared, and now I'm going to reshare Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's try this one here. Share screen. Okay, are we together?
There you go. There you go.
Beautiful.
All right. Anytime. Hey, just wanted to make sure that was correct. I was seeing the right thing. Okay, so I am honored that you would ask me to do this, and you mentioned that you're grateful that I'm sewing into your business, and I couldn't be more grateful for everything that you guys have taught me and Nani. We spent hours upon hours with you guys on the last destination event on that cruise. It was actually before Costa Rica. It was the one before that. And that's why we go on these destination events, whether we win them or not. They are mandatory for us, as long as, we're not having a baby or something. But the people that you see, the people that you learn from, that's what events are all about. It's not necessarily about the content you learn from people on the stage. It's about networking. And we specifically, we were talking about going on that cruise even before anything, and we were like, we gotta do the excursions that Jared's doing. We gotta do this that Jared's doing, just so we can have maximum time to pick your brain, and to surround ourselves with better people. And that's what this is all about, is becoming better and surrounding yourself with better people. So I'm honored to be asked to do this tonight. So thank you so much. So where do I start? Gosh, my dad got involved in USANA in 1996. Bud Barth, you guys might know who he is, 2-star Diamond Director, Executive Diamond Director. They tried to contact my dad over a year's period of time, and my dad would always kind of ignore them. And without getting into too many details, they finally were able to speak to each other. My dad gave him the time. And he just said, Bob, my dad was 49 years old at the time, and he's just like, Bob, you got to check out this company. I've been with him for a couple of years now, and my health has increased significantly. My dad said, all right, I'll try the products, So he tried the products for 6 months and had a significant, increase in his health and wellness, and decided to do the business. He became gold director in a few years as well. And this was around, 98, 99. And my dad has always been an entrepreneur. And he got into investment real estate, and for the next decade was doing that stuff. But the interesting thing is even though USANA was never a priority for him, the products were always a priority. The business was not. But notwithstanding, he has never missed a paycheck in 19 of 21 years. And I could verify that because I manage his account. And he's made over $1 million in commissions. And literally, I was the first person that he recruited in 14 years, because he honestly didn't do anything after the year 2000. So that's just that shows you the power of residual income. He still has customers on auto order that have been on for 20 years. And so, 5.5 years ago, about 6 years ago, I would say, I started to want to look into some network marketing opportunities. I got involved in one, and it didn't really do anything. I was kind of like, you get involved, and I just felt no support. I paid into this company, and literally nothing. I didn't do anything. And then I started to look into some other things. All the while, USANA's right here. I'm taking their products. But living in the mecca of network marketing, I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth, about it in general. So I was looking for more of a financial network marketing company versus a product. Anyways, as I was searching, I actually got laid off from my secure job. Didn't see it coming. So I knew I was on the right path. And it was around that time, 5.5, 6 years ago, that I decided to talk to my dad about USANA, the business side of it. And I was actually going to California for a funeral, and I decided to go to a health and freedom presentation that Bud and Bunny were holding, and this this guy that I never heard of by the name of Dr. Ladd McNamara was speaking. I was very impressed with the presentation. I called my dad and said, "Hey, Dad, this doctor, Dr. Ladd McNamara was there." He's like, "Are you serious? Dr. Ladd was there? Oh my gosh, that's amazing." I'm like, "Who is that guy? I don't know who he is." It's funny today to look back on that experience. So I dragged my feet for a little while longer and eventually signed up about 5.5 years ago. Well, since my dad is not an active associate and all of his upline, Bud and Bunny Barth and so forth, are pretty much retired, I really didn't have like this supportive upline that you guys have with the Krebs family. And so we didn't do anything for a whole year. And so we joined around January of 2012, and then a whole year went by literally doing nothing. And then in January 2013, we decided to get serious about it, whether or not we had an upline to help us or not, that we were going to make this work. And so we just decided, that we were going to hold nutrition classes in our home. And we held our first nutrition class in our home in the first week of January of 2013. And let me make sure, 13. And we only had like 3 people there. One of them was my brother. And another one did not sign up for anything. And the third one actually signed up for Reset. We sold our Reset kit that came in our package, our entrepreneur pack. And she went on, Vanubia Santos, she went on to win the Reset Challenge and got a trip to Sonaviv. I mean, it was amazing. She got her face and her body, the whole package on the side of the Reset box for like 2 years. Now, she didn't end up doing much with the business, but that gave us some huge momentum with the Reset challenges and weight loss, and so we had a good mix over, of our business for the Reset, the bars and the shakes, and we had a good mix of the supplements as far as customers go. So anyways, I guess you can say our very first event was a success. Now, over the last 4.5 years that we've been building, because I don't count the first year because we didn't do anything, the one thing that I can say that has contributed to our success and consistently being top preferred customer enrollers, and they have active in there, top active preferred customer enrollers, is our consistency with events. When I spoke to Bud and Bunny Barth and I said, "Guys, we're going to sign up, what is the number one advice that you would say that would, bring us to the top?" And he said 2 things. He said consistency in events and utilizing your lunchtime at work to build your business. And I think that we've been very consistent with events in our home, consistently about, every other week. We have kids, 7, 4, and 10 months. It's a very different dynamic to build this business when you have children versus not having children. But no matter where you are in your life, you can make it happen if you have the desire. And so, health and freedom presentations, I don't feel like I do those very well, so I leave those to people that do. I utilize I think it's Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. and Wednesday night at 7 p.m., no matter what time zone you're in. USANA has a health and freedom presentation that I rather send my prospects to one of those, and I do what I'm best at, and that's nutrition classes. And and again, our nutrition classes have really helped us build up a solid customer base. And I'll tell you right now, the things that I've learned from Jared about weekly action plans, cycle trackers, DMO, all that stuff has really helped solidify and bring our customers, through a 90-day experience to solidify them as, a solid form of residual income. Let me see. I have a lot of notes here that I want to make sure I go over. If you haven't read The Healthy Home yet, please do that. That is what inspired us to get serious about our own health and to be a product of the product. You don't have to be, the spitting image of health. You can have issues. You can be overweight and do this business. I have seen people with severe illnesses and extremely obese that have been very successful at this business. So don't let those kind of things hold you back. The most important thing you can do is to be a product of the product and work on yourself and do what you can that is within your grasp. And the Healthy Home book by Dr. Wentz and Dave Wentz was such an eye-opening experience for us and really inspired us to live the true USANA lifestyle. Let me just look at my notes here and make sure I'm not going over a couple things here that I've already talked about. So as Jared said earlier, I was a customer for 17 years as a client. Since I was 13 years old, my dad got involved, as you guys already know, in 1996. And I served a mission for my church in Brazil, and my dad would send me products down there. My brothers and my sisters did the same thing all around the world, and they would always send us these products because they truly believed in them. When I was a college student, poor, that's when I started to buy them myself. I always had essentials, even through college. And and so, like I said, that was kind of where my life started changing, and my desires and the whole being laid off from my job really started to make me think about the rest of my life and what I wanted to do. The benefits for me and my family have been amazing. We don't have to sacrifice our health because of finances. No matter what's happening in my full-time job, we have an awesome income with USANA. And gosh, we probably spend $700 a month just in product. And that would definitely be a little bit harder to do with just my job income. And two or three a day, and Revs and My Health Packs and Sensei products. And that brings me to my next topic. Are you using all of the products? I mean, I don't use all of the Sensei products. I participate in the spa parties. I use a couple of the skincare products, but I absolutely use the shower pack on a daily basis and the lotion, the Firming Body Nourisher. Dr. Brian Dixon, the scientist at USANA, told me that he uses it for his hair gel. So I started using it for my hair gel, and it's even better than anything from the store. So I use the conditioner for shaving cream. Gosh, there's this. If you're not using every single one of the products, do that. You got to be a product of the product. And I say every single lightly. You don't have to be taking all of the optimizers and things like that. But if you're using something on all of the lines, that's going to put you so much further ahead than other people that are not. I can't tell you how much it irritates me when I go to an associate's house and I see like shampoo from Walmart, in their shower and stuff like that. So I have to have a little chat with them and be like, hey, what can we do to get you guys to order some Sensei, And so anyways, I just wanted to share that really quick. The tax savings have been amazing. This year was one of our biggest years yet with USANA, and I paid zero in taxes because I write off a lot of my auto orders. I don't write off the whole thing. Different tax accounts will tell you different things, but I write off a lot of it for samples. I write off everything when I go out to dinner with my wife. She calls it a date, and I call it a deduction. Anything that I do, I make sure that I'm surrounding myself with opportunities to talk about USANA to write things off. So if you don't understand tax write-offs, it's really important that you understand it and utilize it to leverage that in your life. And obviously the health benefits have been amazing. We have 3 babies now, 3 kids, and they all grew up from conception on USANA products. So they know USANA, they love USANA. They beg for Nutri-Meal shakes, which I hate to give them because I need as many as I can in my life. But gosh, it's just been such an amazing ride the last 4.5 years, and the personal development, that is something that we strive to do on a daily basis, at least 15 minutes or more. We got to learn those skills, guys. I am not perfect. I'm a goal director and working on executive, of course, like it says here on the screen. But I'll tell you guys right now, we went gold in 2 years, mainly off of reset challenges. So you can imagine our fear when they announced that they were going to discontinue all of those things, you know? So we're absolutely thrilled that they're going to be keeping a lot of the Nutri-Meals, but at the same time, we decided to take a step back from weight loss in particular. We decided that we really wanted to focus on skincare and nutritionals and utilize my smart shakes and the bars and Nutri-Meal as a lifestyle change. We're really not focusing anymore on weight loss and weight loss programs, weight loss events, huge, weight loss contests, because it takes a lot of time that we don't have. Having 3 small children, having a full-time job, we have responsibilities with our local church, and I'll be totally honest with you guys. We saw a lot of success. We have 4 winners that went to Sonavive, Reset Challenge winners. And we just feel like, gosh, I don't know how to say this in the nicest way possible. We don't want to work with weight loss anymore because it's very difficult to work with people that are losing weight. And it's just a lot of our time. And if you're doing that, if you're going down that route, fantastic. That works for a lot of people, and it worked for us for a while. But we saw a lot of people lose the weight, unfortunately gain it back. A lot of our people over the years have gotten off auto order that had so much success, and it was really difficult. So yes, we hit gold through reset challenges and having a lot of people with a lot of volume. But when they drop off, so does your check. And so we have found the most solid, and this is just for us, you guys, like I said, this is the way we build. Everyone builds differently. The way we build is through, first and foremost, the vitamins, and then the Sanse products, and then the food line. And so that's just been what worked for us. So we're building back. We're trying to build back up to get to executive gold and beyond. And we're really close. We're getting there, and we're confident that we will be there. It's just sometimes your business takes a hit, and we took a hit, especially when they changed the whole My Smart Foods. But we're taking it and we're rolling with it, and we're not going to let it hold us down. Things will change over time. We cannot change what USANA does, but we can roll with the punches, and we can be positive about it, and we can be leaders and do what you need to do. So I just wanted to share with you guys how we're building and what we've built with and what works for us and what's not working for us. And I hope that's beneficial for you. Let's see how much time we have left. We've got a few minutes. I also want to let you guys know that for so long, I was all about quitting my job, and I hit my job, and I felt like after I started listening to Grant Cardone, if you don't know who he is, I absolutely recommend it. He's just a powerhouse energy entrepreneur, sales king. He helped me realize through his booklet called The Millionaire Booklet that too many people in network marketing make a huge mistake. It's okay to want to fire your boss. It's okay to want to do USANA full time. But it is such a crucial decision on when you do that too many people focus on the second stream of income. In this case, I'm talking about USANA, that they neglect their primary source of income. And learning from him has made me appreciate so much more my primary source of income because it is what has enabled me to do USANA. Because USANA starts off part-time. And for such a long time, I felt like I was a failure because I hadn't quit my job yet because I wasn't there yet. I haven't made it yet because so many people ask, they see all this success on Facebook and whatever, and they don't truly know what's going on. And they're just like, oh, when are you quitting your job, dude? And I would start just feeling bad about it. But I'll tell you where I stand now. I am so absolutely proud of my second stream of income. And my mindset changed about that. Obviously, I would love, and we have a goal to someday quit my job. But I can't. I feel like it's a negative energy if I just focus on quitting my job and being negative about my regular, my first income. I hope I'm making sense to you guys right now. Grant Cardone says, love and massage and cherish your primary source of income because that is what enables you to have those second and third and fourth streams of income. And too often people neglect their primary to focus on their second and third, that they end up losing or getting rid of their first prematurely. So now their second becomes their first and they're back into square one again. So he says you have to really, really consider, you have to be making much more at your second stream of revenue than your first to make that decision. So when people ask me, Marshall, you're having all this success, we see all this stuff online, the $100,000 club and whatnot, which by the way is kind of a made up thing. I see, one body team, one body doing things like that. And so I copied them, got permission from someone on IDC to do that as long as I included the, average income chart. But anyways, finishing up on this topic, when people asked me, Marshall, when are you quitting your job? I'm saying, you guys, it's not just about quitting your job. It's about multiple streams of income. It's so amazing. You should check it out. And so if any of you guys are in that same boat, I hope that helps you. It helps me to know, I've been a gold director now for 2.5 years. Okay. It helps me to know that Elizabeth Ryder, 2-star diamond executive, was a builder for 3 years. It helps me to know that the Mulherns were emerald directors for 11 years. And what's that? I don't know if you can still hear me, Jared, and I hope I'm still on here. What's that lady's name? She's Asian. She speaks at all these conventions and
Ivy Chan.
Yes, she spoke at the San Diego convention, national celebration, and she said that she was a gold director for 3.5 years before she rank advanced to Ruby. So sometimes we get stuck in these ruts about being in a certain rank for too long. And I'm not there anymore. I'm proud of where I am and what we've accomplished. We cannot compare ourselves to anybody else. But it helps to know when you have these diamond directors, these multiple star diamond executives, to know that they've been there and done that. Because all too often we only see the success and not the struggle. And so that gives me hope, and to know that it doesn't matter where we're at. If we're stuck in a rank, we need to be better. We need to skill up and continue to surround ourselves with the right people and to learn. This is not a race. This is a marathon. And I couldn't be happier with this amazing company and the direction that it's going to be in. I hope everyone on this call is going to be at International Convention. And again, let me touch real quick on this last minute about events. Not just, events, like we tell our team to go to a big event once a quarter, whether that be Sweet Retreat, what is it called? Next Level U by in Florida, whether it be a Challenge U, gosh, there's so many things, National Celebration, International Convention. But on top of that, you need to go to the destination events, whether or not you win them or not. We've won a couple and we've gone a couple times, just paid 100%, because the people that you meet, like Jared and like anybody else, that they are the ones that bring us to that next level and are so willing to share with us their information. I just got a reminder in closing. I just got a reminder on my Facebook memories. 4 years ago was our first USANA cruise that we paid our way. We were achievers. and we were the lowest ranking people on the boat, and we were surrounded by people better than us. And it was a picture with Patty Roney in the gym. She spent 30 minutes with us in the gym, just, freely giving her time with us. Oh my gosh, you guys, you cannot miss. The next one coming up is Punta Cana. In July, they're going to be opening it up to pay your way. And I highly, you will see us at Punta Cana whether or not we miss it or not, and I hope to see you guys there too.
Marshall, thank you so much for the great information. I love what you had to say about being grateful for your job and not feeling bad about, not being able to quit your job right away and fielding those questions once you hit gold. I think it's a very wise move that you're solidifying your business before you consider leaving your job, and that you're mentally happy with your situation right now and not comparing yourself to other people. I know that that's definitely something that I had to learn through my time. I really like what you also had to say about, solidifying and being okay with where you're at. I also was at Ruby Director for 9 years, much like the Mulherns. And during that time, I became a real businessman. I went from someone who just loaded up volume to somebody who could actually run a successful USANA business that was a real business. And that took some time. So thank you for all these great nuggets. And I love what you had to say about going to events, especially the destination events like Punta Cana, and the big benefit that they are. And so many great nuggets. This has definitely been one of our best advanced calls. Not we've had a lot of guests, and you really hit it on the head. So thank you so much. Team, I want to ask you to please comment on the advanced group what you got out of this webinar. What was the highlights for you? Please comment on the Facebook Team DSI Advanced group, and let's all share and create a buzz around this video for Marshall Manley.
Hey, Jared.
Any final words of advice before we end the call?
I would like to mention one more thing. Can you hear me okay? Because I
Yes.
disconnected from my car radio.
Yes.
So I also encourage you guys, I know that you guys are doing coaching with Simon Chan, right?
Yeah, Renee Martinez and myself are his.
So I did that as well, and it wasn't a fit for me right now where I am at in my business. But that doesn't mean that you can't do coaching with someone else, and that someone else doesn't even have to be in USANA. So me and Nani are really big believers in coaches. Why do we grow up, playing baseball, dance, gymnastics, karate, and we all have coaches, but once we become adults, we don't get coaches anymore, So we found coaches that fit our budget. Coaches aren't expensive. That's a mindset. They're just not in our budget right now. And once they're in our budget, then we'll upgrade to different coaches. But right now, Nani pays $27 a month for an amazing group coaching called Bold New Mom. This lady is absolutely amazing, and Nani's loving it. It's about personal development, not about business, not about anything, about being better. And I pay $97 a month for coaching with the author of Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod. And it's called bestyearever.com. And it is it's group, webinars, and you can ask him questions. And he's also, he was the top associate in Cutco for you just drop that, man. Let me get that for you. Sorry guys, one sec. So he was the top associate in Cutco for many, many years, and has now gone on to publish so many books. Anyways, my last set of advice is find a coach that fits your budget. There are so many awesome opportunities out there. Surround yourself with people that are better than you and learn and get that. And having coaches will cut your learning curve in half or more. So definitely seek out the best coaches that fit your budget right now.
Marshall, thank you so much. That's a great tip. And, you just inspired me to encourage our team to find coaches that fit their budget. That has been a concern of mine with, Simon Chan, who's an amazing coach, but he is an investment. And, the point of, the idea that everybody on this call could find a coach for $27 a month or $97 or whatever, just to seek something out there, it's always good to have a third-party coach. And if I look back on my time in USANA, I have had a third-party coach since 2009. So I mean, I've always been coached by people outside the industry, and that's made a huge impact in my business. So, man, Marshall, you're on fire, bro. Thank you so much for all these great tips. Team, please comment. I want to hear what were your highlights. We're going to end the call by unmuting everybody. Thank you again, Marshall. I'm going to unmute all the lines, and everyone say, have a great day and God bless. Hold on. Okay, now you can.
Have a great day. God bless.
And God
Thank you,
bless.
Marshall. Great job. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. We'll talk to you soon.